Have you ever dreamed of retiring and traveling the world, finally having the time to explore new places, taste exotic foods, and soak in breathtaking landscapes? But here's the question most people forget to ask. Is traveling after 70 really as simple or as safe as it seems? Because while adventure may be calling, the risks that come with age might be whispering even louder. There's a romantic idea many hold on to that life after 70 can be one big vacation. And yes, seeing the Eiffel Tower sparkle at night or walking along the Great Wall of China can be unforgettable. But what many seniors don't realize until they're already deep into the journey is that travel at this age comes with unique, sometimes dangerous challenges. The same globe-trotting excitement you enjoyed in your 40s or 50s can suddenly become exhausting, unpredictable, even life-threatening once you're past 70. In this video, we're going to explore 5 critical reasons why traveling after 70 demands extra caution. From medical emergencies to financial pitfalls, these are the risks that could turn your dream vacation into a nightmare. And trust me, you'll want to stay with me until the very end, because the final point we'll cover is something most seniors never even consider, yet it's one of the most common ways older travelers lose their peace of mind. Let's dive in. 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. As we age, our bodies become less forgiving, and travel isn't as simple as hopping on a plane anymore. Seniors over 70 face a much higher risk of sudden health complications like heart attacks, strokes, respiratory issues, and more. And the challenge isn't just about getting sick. It's about getting care fast enough in places where help might not be easily available. Imagine this. You're thousands of miles from home and chest pains strike. What now? Back home you know your doctor, your hospital, your pharmacy. Abroad, you're navigating foreign languages, unfamiliar systems, and possibly long delays. A simple case of dehydration, heat exhaustion, or altitude sickness can quickly escalate, especially in climates your body isn't used to. Long flights raise the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, blood clots that can be fatal. And if you're already dealing with high blood pressure or diabetes, the added stress of travel only multiplies the danger. Take the story of James, a 74-year-old retiree. He booked a 2-week cruise with his wife, eager to relax and see the world. But on day 4, he experienced severe chest pain. The ship's medical staff could only offer limited help. Because they were far from shore, he had to wait for emergency evacuation to the nearest port, a delay that could have cost him his life. Thankfully, he survived, but the experience left a deep emotional scar. Later, he admitted, "I never really thought through the health risks. I just wanted to feel young again." And then there's the insurance trap. Many seniors assume their domestic health insurance will cover them abroad, but that's rarely the case. Without specific travel, health coverage, a single hospital visit could cost thousands of dollars out of pocket. Emergency surgery. Evacuation by air. You could be looking at bills that wipe out your savings. What should you do instead? Before traveling, always consult your doctor. Get a comprehensive checkup. Make sure your prescriptions are filled and that you have extra doses with you. If you're traveling internationally, research the healthcare system at your destination. Buy quality travel insurance that includes emergency evacuation and hospital care. Because when it comes to your health, being prepared can literally be the difference between life and death. But medical issues are only one part of the puzzle. 2. Higher exposure to infections and contaminants. Another hidden danger of senior travel, the exposure to unfamiliar germs, bacteria, and viruses. It's not just about avoiding spoiled food or tap water anymore. Crowded airports, busy tourist spots, recycled air on airplanes. These environments become breeding grounds for pathogens that your immune system may not be ready to fight. For younger travelers, a stomach bug or mild flu may be annoying. For seniors, it can mean hospitalization or long-term recovery. Your immune system naturally weakens with age, making it harder to bounce back from what might seem like minor illnesses. Studies show that seniors are far more susceptible to complications from the flu, pneumonia, and respiratory infections, especially when encountering new viral strains their body hasn't built resistance to. Think about airplane travel alone. You're breathing recycled air seated shoulder to shoulder with strangers from across the world. A single sneeze from the person behind you could mean days or even weeks of sickness ahead. Combine that with jet lag, unfamiliar food, and water quality issues, and the risks quickly multiply. And yet many seniors let their guard down because travel feels exciting and freeing. But that sense of freedom can come at a high cost when illness strikes far from home. What can help? Before you board that plane, make sure your vaccines are up to date, including flu, pneumonia, and possibly even travel-specific shots, depending on your destination. Pack hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, and medications for common travel-related illnesses. Be mindful of what you eat and drink. Avoid raw foods and unfamiliar street vendors unless you're confident in their safety standards. Remember, your health isn't just your ticket to a great vacation. It's the foundation of your independence and joy at this stage of life. We've just explored how increased exposure to infections can silently turn a simple vacation into a health hazard. But the challenges don't stop there. Traveling after 70 isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about managing the entire physical and emotional toll of being away from home. 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. At first glance, travel sounds exciting. Planes, trains, sightseeing, and adventure. But for seniors over 70, the physical demands of travel can be far more exhausting than they might expect. What once felt like a thrilling escape can quickly turn into a test of endurance. Think about it: early morning flights, long airport lines adjusting to new time zones, walking for hours on unfamiliar streets, and sleeping in beds that don't quite feel right. Even just getting from gate to gate in a crowded airport can feel like a marathon. What might have been a minor inconvenience in your 50s now becomes a source of stress and fatigue that takes much longer to recover from. For younger travelers, a rough night or a long day might be fixed with a good sleep. But for older adults, fatigue often lingers. It doesn't vanish overnight. Instead, it builds up, affecting energy levels, alertness, immune strength, and even coordination. And when your body is tired, everything becomes more difficult. One of the biggest culprits: disrupted sleep. Whether it's the noise of city traffic outside your hotel window, the strange mattress under your back, or the time difference wreaking havoc on your internal clock, getting proper rest while traveling becomes a serious challenge. And this isn't just about feeling sleepy. Studies show that sleep deprivation in older adults can impair memory, weaken the immune system, and even increase the risk of cardiovascular issues. Jet lag is another hidden enemy. While younger travelers may bounce back in a day or two, seniors often take much longer to adjust to new time zones. For some, the effects of jet lag, confusion, irritability, poor concentration can persist for days, making it hard to enjoy any part of the trip. Consider the story of Richard. At 75, Richard had spent most of his life exploring the world with his wife. So when they booked a 2-week trip to Europe, he expected it to be like old times. But the 10-hour flight left him stiff and groggy. Navigating a packed airport after landing drained him further, and adjusting to a 6-hour time difference nearly impossible. By the second day, Richard struggled to keep up with tours. He needed frequent breaks, couldn't walk long distances, and felt constantly fatigued. Just as his body began to adjust, it was already time to return home. He spent the next 2 weeks recovering, not reliving fond memories, but simply trying to feel like himself again. There's also the issue of physical strain. Long flights, bus rides, and even train travel require sitting for extended periods. This can lead to sore muscles, swollen joints, and a heightened risk of deep vein thrombosis, especially dangerous for those with arthritis or circulation problems. Stretching your legs every few hours isn't just helpful, it's necessary. And the challenges don't stop once you reach your destination. Lifting luggage, climbing stairs, navigating cobblestone streets, and participating in packed itineraries can push the body to its limits. Even standing in line too long can result in back or knee pain for some seniors. Then there's the dietary shift. Staying nourished and hydrated while traveling is often overlooked, but it's crucial. Many older travelers aren't used to the local cuisine, and unfamiliar ingredients or spices can upset digestion. Water quality in some destinations might not be up to par, and that alone can lead to stomach issues or dehydration. Dehydration may sound minor, but for seniors, it can cause dizziness, fatigue, and mental fog. Combined with poor sleep and physical exhaustion, even simple activities like walking through a museum or riding public transit can become overwhelming. So, what's the solution? If travel is unavoidable, or you simply don't want to give it up, then careful preparation and pacing are key. Here are a few practical tips. Build rest days into your schedule. Don't pack every hour with sightseeing. Leave room for naps and slow mornings. Break up long travel times. Choose flights with layovers to give your body a chance to move and reset. Bring your own food and snacks. Pack familiar, nutritious options that are gentle on your stomach. Stay hydrated. Carry a refillable water bottle and drink regularly, even if you don't feel thirsty. Listen to your body. If you're tired, rest. If your joints hurt, sit. Adjust your plans instead of pushing through. The most important thing, know your limits. A vacation should be something that energizes you, not something that drains you for weeks after. It's not about keeping up with the pace of your younger years. It's about finding joy in the journey, even if it's a slower one. But the physical fatigue of travel is just one more reason why caution is essential. Because when the body becomes tired, balance and coordination can suffer, leading to one of the most dangerous risks seniors face on the road. Coming up next, reason number 4, higher risk of falls and injuries. Don't miss it, because one wrong step can change everything. We've seen how fatigue can quietly wear down the body during travel, but what happens when exhaustion isn't just tiring but dangerous? That brings us to one of the most alarming risks seniors face while traveling: falling. 4. Higher risk of falls and injuries. As we grow older, our bodies change in ways we can't ignore. Our balance becomes less steady. Reaction times slow and our bones become more fragile. What once might have been a harmless stumble at home can on the road turn into a devastating injury with long-term consequences. And when you're in an unfamiliar environment, the likelihood of a fall increases dramatically. Think about this at home. You know every corner, every carpet edge, every step. But when you're navigating cobblestone streets in a European city, boarding a rocking boat, or climbing narrow staircases in an old hotel, the risk is far greater. A single misstep can change everything. While many seniors assume they're fit enough to handle travel, especially if they walk regularly or stay active, the unpredictability of foreign environments is often underestimated. Hotels may look polished in photos, but can be filled with slick bathroom tiles, uneven flooring, or poorly lit hallways. Cruise ships can sway unexpectedly. Historic sites, beautiful as they are, rarely cater to accessibility needs. And unfortunately, many popular destinations lack safety standards we take for granted at home. Take the story of Linda. At 78, she had always dreamed of visiting Europe. She walked daily in her neighborhood, felt confident, and saw herself as healthy and strong. But when she arrived in Italy, reality hit harder than expected. The winding alleyways, steep stone steps, and uneven curbs were nothing like the sidewalks back home. One evening, while stepping off a curb in a dimly lit street, she lost her balance and fell hard. The result: a broken hip emergency surgery and months of painful recovery. Her dream vacation ended in fear, pain, and regret. This story isn't rare. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalization among older adults, and when they happen abroad, the consequences can be even worse. Medical care may be delayed, language barriers can make communication harder, and facilities may not be equipped to provide the type of post-injury care seniors need. And it's not just unfamiliar terrain. Fatigue plays a big role too. Long days of walking, standing in lines, and navigating airports or crowded tourist spots can wear down the body, especially for those dealing with arthritis or joint pain. When the body is tired, coordination suffers. Muscles become stiff, reflexes dull. Even stepping out of a car or climbing a flight of stairs becomes riskier. Sleep disruption. Irregular mealtimes and dehydration further increase the danger. When you haven't rested well, your body is slower to react. When you haven't eaten properly, your energy dips. And when you're dehydrated, dizziness and loss of focus make accidents more likely. All of this creates the perfect storm for falls, and most travelers don't realize it until it's too late. So what can you do to reduce the risk? Here are a few simple but powerful precautions. Choose your destination wisely. Look for places with good accessibility, modern infrastructure and accommodations that are senior-friendly. Avoid areas with tricky terrain. If a destination is known for its hills, stairs, or uneven streets, it may be best saved for a virtual tour. Use the right gear. Supportive non-slip shoes can make a world of difference. Walking sticks or canes with rubber grips can help maintain balance, especially on uneven surfaces. Stay rested. Don't push yourself with back-to-back excursions. Schedule breaks, sit down when you can, and keep hydrated. Listen to your body. If you're feeling weak, dizzy, or overly tired, don't force the adventure. Pause. Adjust. A short break can prevent a long injury. And most importantly, recognize your limits. There is no shame in saying, "I can't do this right now." Your safety and independence are worth far more than squeezing in one more photo opportunity. Now let's talk about something even more surprising. Because while health concerns often take center stage, there's another major risk of traveling after 70 that most people don't see coming until it's too late. And it doesn't just affect your body. It hits your wallet. 5. Travel insurance and financial risk. Most seniors understand the physical challenges of aging, but far fewer are prepared for the financial risks that come with travel. From medical costs abroad to scams targeting older adults, a single unexpected event can unravel even the best-laid plans and drain your savings. Many seniors assume their regular health insurance will cover emergencies while traveling, but unfortunately that's often not the case. Medicare, for example, typically doesn't cover international medical care. If you fall ill or are injured in another country, you might find yourself facing enormous out-of-pocket expenses. Even in countries with affordable healthcare, emergency evacuation, like being airlifted to a hospital, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without proper travel insurance, you may be forced to choose between paying the bill yourself or foregoing life-saving treatment. Trip cancellations are another financial trap. Seniors often book vacations months in advance, assuming they'll be in good health when the departure date arrives. But life happens. A sudden illness, a family emergency, or a change in medication can make travel impossible. And many airlines, hotels, and cruise lines have strict no-refund policies. Without trip cancellation insurance, you could lose thousands of dollars in a blink. And then there's something even more insidious: scams. Criminals often target older travelers because they seem more trusting or unfamiliar with their surroundings. Fake taxi services, overpriced souvenirs, phony tour guides, and even sophisticated credit card schemes are designed to take advantage of tourists, especially seniors. Take the case of George. At 76, George had saved up for a dream vacation to a tropical island. He booked a beachfront hotel through an online deal that looked too good to pass up. But when he arrived, he found an empty lot. The hotel didn't exist. It was a scam. With no place to stay, George scrambled to find last-minute lodging, spending double what he had budgeted and cutting into his emergency fund. The dream gone. The stress just beginning. So how can seniors protect themselves financially while traveling? Verify your insurance. Check if your health plan covers international travel. If not, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that includes medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and evacuations. Book through reputable sources. Avoid suspicious websites or deals that sound too good to be true. And protect your money. Don't carry large amounts of cash. Use RFID blocking wallets. Monitor your credit card activity regularly. Stay alert. If something feels off, whether it's a pushy vendor or a helpful stranger, trust your gut and walk away. In conclusion, traveling after 70 isn't impossible, but it's a different kind of journey. One that requires careful planning, honest self-awareness, and a willingness to prioritize safety over spontaneity. Because the goal isn't just to reach a destination, it's to return home with your health, your finances, and your peace of mind intact. If you found this video helpful, comment number 5 below to let me know you're still watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss new content designed to keep you informed, prepared, and inspired. Stay wise, stay safe, and always travel smart. As we've just seen, the financial risks of traveling after 70, ranging from unexpected costs to falling victim to scams, can be just as serious as health emergencies. It's a reminder that in our later years, caution isn't just wise, it's essential. Final thoughts: is travel after 70 still worth it? Let's take a moment to reflect. We've covered 5 major risks that seniors often don't fully consider until they're right in the middle of a crisis. Sudden health emergencies, physical injuries, travel fatigue, exposure to infections, and financial vulnerabilities. Any one of these alone could be enough to disrupt a trip, but when combined, they have the power to turn a long-awaited vacation into a costly, stressful ordeal. So does that mean people over 70 should give up on travel altogether? Not necessarily. Travel can still be a beautiful, enriching experience later in life, but it requires a different mindset. What worked in your 40s or 50s won't always work after 70. And the difference between a joyful journey and a dangerous one often lies in preparation, self-awareness, and making smarter choices that honor your current stage of life. Instead of high-stress international travel or jam-packed itineraries, consider more manageable alternatives. Local getaways, scenic train rides, or short trips to familiar places can offer joy and relaxation without the added risk. You don't have to fly across the globe to enjoy a new view. Sometimes the best journeys are the ones that are just a few hours away. Health comes first. Ask yourself, is your current medical condition stable enough to handle the stress of travel? Are you prepared to manage any chronic issues while you're away? Have you visited your doctor, received a full health checkup, and packed all necessary medications? And what about financial protection? Do you have the right travel insurance in place, one that covers both medical emergencies and trip cancellations? Have you taken steps to avoid common travel scams, like only booking through verified sources and keeping personal information secure? These aren't glamorous questions. They won't make for exciting dinner conversations. But they are critical questions. Questions that could mean the difference between a relaxing, life-enriching trip and a vacation you'll wish you'd never taken. Because in the end, travel should enhance your quality of life, not compromise it. Let's be honest, what's the point of traveling far if it leaves you financially burdened, emotionally drained, or physically injured? Longevity isn't about collecting passport stamps. It's about protecting your energy, your independence, and your peace of mind. It's about being able to wake up each day feeling strong, safe, and capable, not recovering from another round of exhaustion or stress that came from pushing too hard. If you're over 70 or love someone who is, it's time to think differently about what travel really means at this stage of life. Sometimes choosing not to travel isn't giving something up. It's gaining something else: safety, wellness, and the chance to enjoy your days with clarity and confidence. So before you book that next flight, take a moment to reflect. Is your body ready for the journey? Is your mind at peace with the decision? Do you have the safety nets in place if something goes wrong? These questions may not feel urgent right now, but answering them honestly could save you from regret down the road. Closing message to viewers: thank you so much for joining us in this important discussion today. We hope this video gave you valuable insights to help you or a loved one travel more mindfully and safely after 70. If something resonated with you, whether it was a story, a tip, or a new perspective, please leave a comment below. Tell us one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life, or share it with someone you care about. Your voice matters here, and we love reading what you have to say. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss future content. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful videos that inform, protect, and inspire the senior community. Until next time, stay safe, stay wise, and remember, the best journeys are the ones that support your well-being.